Alrighty, PG-13. Now, this custom, I would like to thank G.I.Joe for the inspiration, for inspiring so many people to build their own bottom base for their U.S.S. Flagg. But chasing 80s toys just gave me the motivation to get it done, to figure out what exactly it was that made it easy for everyone else to make a more modular construction. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about, the things that I would have done if I would have had a table saw. So, make sure you get a table saw, and basically what measurement, I only had a budget of $100, so I used a lot of recycled wood that I found in the house. So I couldn't do what I really wanted to do, and that was, basically with a table saw, you can lower the blade, and then you can make the grooves in here. So you're going to do that in all 6 of your boards. And maybe if you wanted to have the floor the same height on the other, this one you could have put it could have been 23 long. And the whole thing, I made 33 wide, but it should have actually been wider. You could have went 39 or wider on your bottom base. So this bottom base could have been a lot wider, and that would have worked out better. But another easy thing for this, when you make your grooves, so you make all your cuts, all your grooves. And I wanted to go 24 inches, but I ended up 23 inches because of the stupid saw that I had. So then you make your, see how I have this is 30 inches long, but I have it extended instead of it being flush for this like it is for these towers. This is 13 inches wide, but if it would have been the 8 inches, then it would have come out more. I believe this tower was just shy. And another trick is to, when you put this all on the floor, you take the top cover that you're going to put on this tower, you put it on the floor, you place all your top covers on the floor, and then, on the piece you just cut out, just so you have an idea, make it easier for you. And then you know where your towers are going to go. So then, once you get your towers all made, then you can trace out the bottom. And now when you paint it, you don't really have to paint the spot where you're gonna, some people put masking tape over that spot, but I just didn't bother even to paint the little spots under the towers to make it easier. And I only had a budget of $100, so I couldn't get all the wood I wanted, so I had to recycle. So anyways, I do love this. This is a great setup. Now I'm gonna have to look for some sort of thin plastic or plexiglass, something that I'm able to cut through easy, because I do have a small Dremel tool that might be able to cut through plastic, but it wouldn't have cut through wood. And like I said, if you got a jigsaw to make these doors, great, but if not, oh well. Another thing I'd like to do is, once I put the back in here, you cut out your door frames, so you're gonna have a door where this ladder is gonna go to, but then you're gonna put your plastic through, slide it in. That's why you got a little bit of space in here, so you can work with some stuff, right? And then I like to use styrofoam for outlining some of the walls that I can just tuck in there, and then if you want to stick something in it, you can. Now another thing I'm going to do for the armory, you get clay from Dollarama, and then you can make your own chairs and tables and then just paint them, as well as toothpicks, and look for some types of, in the craft section, maybe in arts and crafts stores or dollar stores, you might be able to find some wood that you could use for tables or for the chairs, chair legs and table legs. So that's one way you can probably save on costs. Now again, there was I do watch a lot of people's videos. I do not stalk people, and I'd appreciate it if that person that just keeps making these false allegations, man up and just bury the hatch. But anyways, So there is like tower construction that people make with this fresh fresh retro towers, and just Google it. But you know, like these towers, you could use parts for the rails, platform parts. You put the rails in, so you can even glue it in after. And like one of these towers, I believe Ken said either 36 or 39 inches in this video, and you know, it goes right here. You put the tower in there. Now again, this is going to be walled off. Maybe I'll make a little door frame, so I'll have a little door there, you know. You never know. But I would like to paint some of the floor. I would love to have an engine room here. Now there is two types of aircraft carriers. One is for the, for the Navy, and one's for the Marines. I think that's how it goes. And one doesn't have sailors. But anyways, the whole point of the U.S.S. Enterprise is that it's the biggest aircraft carrier in the fleet. And the whole point of this modular construction is when you want to take it through a smaller door frame, then you can deconstruct it. And I'm going to recommend that you use real wood, so it's solid wood, because plywood, you know, tends to crack. And pre-drill holes when you can with a smaller bit, just a little bit smaller than your screw. And you know, you could use smaller screws as long as they go deep enough to hold it. Like for my brackets, the screws are like tiny but strong enough to hold. And I had to use brackets because, well, like under here you're going to use brackets to hold, I don't know, hold up some of these walls, just like so. You know what the brackets look like? They're like that. You know, I just put that in there. And I've watched other people's videos where they have all of this. They made some little walls and just covered that up, covered up the trusses, as well as they've even cut out the middle truss to get to the floor. And like Chasing Eddie's Toys video about his flag was awesome. He used Defiant parts. He used this part here from the shuttle right in his main war room. That was friggin' awesome. And a lot of the parts that he uses from the Terradrome or whatever leftover parts, you know, that was I loved it. I loved his video on that. And like I said, I don't care who's friends with who. I don't care if you like me or not. You know, I just enjoy people's videos, and that's how it goes. In the medical bay that I wanted to get, I showed you in the last video that it is on Amazon, where to get it. And there's other sites too that I think that may or may not have it. That's a Joy Toy store, it says. But again, you know, that medical bay, ooh, that's getting expensive there. I thought it was cheaper than that. I'm gonna have to go look again, but maybe AliExpress might have it. I'm just gonna try to find it because I know it was cheaper than that. But anyways, then there's AliExpress. You can find the you know, fake foods and stuff. Oh yes, I wanted to make a kitchen somewhere in the flag. So I can put another level in here still, in the main room. And I can put another level up top. Maybe I'll have the bottom part be a kitchen. And then I can still fit another level in here, so that's what I'm planning on doing. And that's not hard to do, just add another floor. That's why I left the space. Underneath here, the door frame was wider, I think either 8 or 9 inches on the other side, so you can drive a vehicle through. You know, it'd be cool to get a little forklift or something, but I just love that thing from the Aliens. And, well, you could put stickers, you could paint stuff, you know, paint stencils. But anyways, this is epic. An epic super flag. The Enterprise. Everybody else started theirs. So anyways, if you want to go into more modular construction so you can take it apart when you need to, fit it through doorways, then you can go big. You know, go big or go home. But I really love what I did here, you know, the twin battle guns. And maybe I wish I would have maybe come out a little more. But like I said, this section here is 19 across. and the total, you can make it wider, but anyways, hopefully I've talked enough that you could always use a table saw, because a skill saw really sucks at getting the fine details. Even like a miter saw for longer boards, you might be able to cut half and line it up and then cut the other half, so that might work like that. But it's always better to use a table saw. Without a table saw, using a skill saw really sucks because it's just not as accurate. And I believe Home Depots and stuff can cut stuff for you if you ask them. They just might. Now here on the door frames, I like to do something, outline them, fix them up, make them look pretty, put all the details on this. I'd like to find some sort of railings that I can make or find to put around it. Everything's going to take time. Again, I could probably run something across here too. Otherwise I'm going to have to run a long ladder all the way up. So, again, I like having this larger because you can fit whatever size vehicles in here. Some people just crowd it all and they'll put their hovercraft in. But hey, everybody each their own. You can put whatever you want in there. But this is going to be the motor pool area with the mechanics room. We might want to do a little bathroom. So again, we're going to try to find some stuff to put in here. And like I said, there's the jail cell. We could even make some beds for the jail cell. So maybe a diver's room up here. Didn't want to do a hole in the floor. If I ever wanted to do casters in here, you just lay the caster over the top, mark the holes, drill the holes down, put the caster underneath, no problem. Cover it up later if you want. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget, Delta Toys, delta17.com. That's delta17toys.com. And again, I wanted to have this ready because we're going to be getting our call sign longbow figures and in the Navy figures. And anyone attempting to make a flag, use solid wood when you can. And definitely use a thicker base. Mine's 1/2 inch base. I should have went a 3/4 base. But also I put four shelves underneath here. So then, if you wanted to, you could use this for a lower level. Put tanks and stuff under here or whatever you want. But 4 of these shelves are sturdy enough to hold the weight. Like great. Now this was from my original Fortress of Fang as a kid. I didn't have that part left over. Same with that Terradrome jail. That's from my Terradrome as a kid. So I did have some parts left over. And now the lighting's going to be fun. If I need to drill any holes, I will. But I like the puck lighting that Chasing Eddie's Toys had in this video. It's just phenomenal. I enjoyed it. I have watched Punk with Toys videos too. He's got lighting on his deck, but again, I might like the puck lighting more. And each their own. Everybody wants to do something cool, but definitely need lighting. Maybe get 12 or 18 puck lights. But for starters, I'll see what I can get when I can get it. So it's going to be probably a month or so. But we'll have some updates once we do some stuff. I might have some clay laying around. I have to look. And anyways, thanks for all the support people give. And like I said, thanks again for the donations from Steve and Ken from Toy Connections. That for the longest time that was just a running joke to the channel. But all those people who do get lots of donations to their channel, they make fun of people who ask for donations. I just say, hey, if you want to donate, feel free to. There's no one obligated to donate. I just have 4 girls to take care of, and I don't have as much money to do this, but I still love what I do, and I'm planning on having a contest for people too.